Hi, everybody, and welcome to Shefan Pro's Empowered Women in Blockchains. I'm absolutely delighted to have you all here watching back on the recording, and thank you for taking time out of your day to join us here at Shefan Pro yet again. Today, we have our wonderful new guest speaker and also new partner to Shefan Pro, the lovely James Tarling. He's a UK chap who is full of ideas, full of energy, full of expertise and skills. And I just love James Tarling. What can I say? I'm a big fan. So I'm really, really overwhelmed that you're here today, James. I mean, what can I say? I'm just going to hand over to you.
Thanks, Shell, for such a amazing introduction. Must be the nicest one I've actually ever had. So that's so nice. Um, so I guess I should start with what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Who are you? What do you do? And how did you get to where you are now?
all right, so first of all, I'm the CEO of Coindor. I created Coindor because I noticed there's a massive lack of ethical promoters out there, and I mean, that's something that I've been stung with in the past. You see an influencer or someone in the crypto space that you trust, and you follow what they say, and it turns out that they'd already had their bags filled, and as soon as all their followers end up buying, they sell underneath you. It can be a bit of a race, and I kind of just wanted to address this and pretty much create a platform where I'm not asking for money to or any kind of reward for giving a platform to people. This is just basically a passion project of mine. I don't want anything. If your project is interesting to me, I want to talk to you. I want to put a bit of a spotlight on you. I want everybody to know all about the project. Some things that I do look for, though, in terms of that, is I am only comfortable if a project leader is not anonymous. The I absolutely need the project to be solving a problem. Otherwise it's all hype, and yeah, there could be a pump, but it's inevitably followed by a dump, and people are left holding the bags, and that's not what I like to see. So I need non-anonymous team solving a problem, and those smart contracts need to be audited for myself. Um, that's not even just in terms of making sure that the project is actually performing the functions that they claim it is, um, but also making sure that there's not any malicious behavior behind it. They can do things to the contract to keep the liquidity, and pretty much steal from everybody. So those are what I'm looking out for, and yeah, so that's why I created Coindor.
Love
Um,
it.
and that's
When was
that's
Coindor?
basically
When
just
was
a
when
passion.
was when was Coindor created then? When did this start?
Around August last year, I'd got rug pulled one too many times, and
Mhm.
I was getting so frustrated at the attention that some of these other marketers and stuff are getting when they're pushing products that a lot of the
Yeah.
time are rug pulls, or they're just scams or fraudulent.
Mm.
So I kind of just wanted to do my own thing. It's a passion project. I'm not getting any money from what I do with Coindor. Um, but so yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Great. Amazing. And how's it going then? Have you had much engagement and and also how can people get involved if they want to, learn more or get involved? What do they need to do?
So just head over to our Twitter, head over to our YouTube. We're pretty easy to find. Just Coindor, Coindor. We pretty much come up at the top of all the search results. It's quite a unique name. Um, but yeah, so come and check us out. I do in-depth interviews with project leaders. I'm giving great information about new projects that I come across. Always trying to find that alpha for you guys, but always making sure that it's safe.
Mm.
I will never ever promote something if I have a slightest question mark about that project.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I think in this space, James, I know you'd agree, trust is, trust, reputation, transparency, it's just imperative, isn't it? It really is the biggest thing, isn't it? Um,
Absolutely. And I think that's why. So I mentioned that I don't make any money from what I do with Coindor in terms of marketing and promotion, but one of the services that I do provide is things like networking. Like you just mentioned, it's really hard to know who to trust in the space. So I have got hundreds and hundreds of amazing people in my network, as you know, Shell, from our meetings. And one of my favorite things to do is to introduce these guys to each other and help create synergies that are going to push this technology forward. Because it's hard to know who to put that trust in.
yeah, it really is. It really is, especially, and I can say, right way back in the very beginning, I think like and like many others, and there's no shame in it, you got your fingers burnt, by not knowing, who to trust or what to trust. And it's very, very easy done. This is I mean, we still are in the early days, aren't we? I have a lot of people say to me, "Oh, it's too late, it's too late," and it's so early, isn't it? Still, and going back when I first became involved, 7 years ago approximately, you know, it's one thing to try and get your head around, the technology and what it all means and everything else and navigate your way through that. But it's another thing as well, knowing who you can actually listen to and who to trust. And who's going to guide you and navigate you through that space. It can be quite daunting. It can be risky. And I think it's really important, to build firm relationships with trusted, authorities in the space and know who they are. And so networking and introducing people in this manner is a gift. It's a great gift.
Yeah.
And I must say that in terms of getting burnt, every single time that I've got burnt, it's been because I've done something so quickly. And if there's something that these scammers, rug pullers, are really good at, it's making you think that
Yeah.
you need to press buy right now. And if you don't press buy right now, then you're going to miss this opportunity of a lifetime. And what I would say to that is there's 1,000 opportunities of a lifetime in Web3 every single day.
Yeah.
Take your time, research it.
Yeah.
Don't let someone rush you into something, because 9 times out of 10, rushing will lead to a very bad outcome. So take your time. And we have a Discord, we've got a Telegram. We'll make sure that they're all linked underneath here. You can even access me directly on LinkedIn. You can DM me on anything, and bring a project to us and ask our opinion if you want. I've got a whole team. We've got tokenomic experts, we've got developers. We can have a look and we'll tell you straight away whether we think it looks like it's legitimate or if it doesn't, and we can even do a bit of a deeper dive.
Yeah, that's amazing. And do you know what? That is absolutely, amazing advice, because, more often than not, these people or whatever, will create such urgency, that if you don't do it now, you're going to miss out. And, the opportunity to change your life or to get out of poverty or whatever it is, it is going to be lost forever. So you've got to do it now. And, like you said, nine times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, that is not the case. Actually, you need to do the reverse and step
and
right
they call
back.
you out on it too. If you don't jump in, they're like, "Oh, you're wasting me time."
Yeah.
But you're
yeah.
not.
And these are red flags, aren't they? These are all red flags, that a lot of people aren't aware of, are they, Joanne? They're not aware of it at first. So it's really great that you pointed that out and highlighted that, James, because it's awful, isn't it? When you're approached by somebody and they stress the urgency of it, that you've got to do it now, you're going to miss out, the opportunity to change your life will be gone forever. And that's absolutely not the case. And like you quite rightly said, James, the opportunities in Web3, or I know myself, several a day. So the best thing is to do is, there's if you act in haste, you can repent in leisure, can't you? There's an old saying from many years ago that my grandma used to tell me. So great advice. So, and James, I understand you do something on a is it on a Sunday on Twitter?
Oh yeah.
Tell us more about that, because that's really
So,
fascinating.
so every single Sunday, 7 p.m. BST, we hold the Twitter. We hold the Coindor NFT showdown. We pitch 6 different projects against each other. We have a professional master of ceremonies who steps in, Derek Smith. He's amazing, by the way, if anyone needs one. Um, he steps in, he takes control of the whole event, he makes sure we all stick to all our timings. This is not one of those Twitter spaces where people are sat there talking over each other, just talking nonsense. It's a structured event. The guests come on, they get some time to introduce themselves, so you get to know them a little bit. Then they tell us what problem they're solving, because again, that's what I always want to know. Are you solving a problem, or are you wasting my time? Then then they get some extra time after that to talk about their long-term vision for the project. And throughout this, anybody listening can ask questions in our Discord, and we'll pitch them to the project leads. And at the end, we do a big vote and decide which is the best NFT project out of the week. And the winner will do a free interview with them, so more people can find out even more information about them. So yeah, and it's so fun. It's really nice. And if you are an NFT project lead, I suggest hit me up on LinkedIn, and we'll get you on there every single week. All 6 of those projects come away with a new collaboration or a new partner, and it's doing wonders, if I do say so myself.
No, that's amazing. And there's nothing wrong with blowing your own trumpet, because goodness me, we are Shelley Fantastic Productions here, and it's all about empowering each other globally. So yeah, blow that trumpet. That's what I say, because if you're doing something good, you need to shout about it, don't you? And share that. We should do. So if anybody, like you said, James, if anybody wants to come on there and pitch against the others as part of the 6 that you said, they just need to hit you up on LinkedIn. And if anybody wants to come along and listen in and be part of that as an audience member, follow you on Twitter, is that correct? And just hop on at the time.
Yeah, definitely. And if you don't have LinkedIn, I'll give Shelley my email as well, and you can email me, inbox Coindor on Twitter. We're very responsive, so get in touch with us any way you see fit.
Excellent. That's absolutely amazing. So obviously we can find you on LinkedIn, Twitter. We can find you on your website there. And have you got anything coming up in the future that you want to share with us? Anything that any events or any plans, projects, anything, or is it just a continuous organic growth?
So we're always organically growing. We also offer consultation for people who maybe want to get in this space, but they're not 100% sure how. We've successfully launched NFT projects in the past and cryptocurrency projects. We can help you through the process all the way from ideation and past launch. We're going to be doing audits soon. I've just got a team of 10 engineers, and they're fantastic. And probably the most exciting thing is I'm developing my own NFT project, and it's going to be a DeFi rewards protocol. There isn't too much I can say right now, but what I will say is there isn't many NFTs out there that's doing it the way that this will be. And I'm not going to say that if you invest you're gonna become really rich or anything, because you probably won't unless you hold it for a very, very long time. But what I can guarantee is that the fund that comes into the NFT will all be getting used to create different investment protocols, which will then be used to reward the user. And I've worked it out. I've done the projections. I can't talk too much, but it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
Wow. Yeah. Oh wow. And when if I dare ask a question, we've got another guest speaker on. we do have our 4-legged friends on here as well,
But it's not mine.
He picks his moments.
So one more question, if I might, just try and get a little more information out of you. I know you said you can't say too much at this stage, but when might we learn more about this new project? Have we got a time frame on it or anything?
So I'll be drip feeding information from around April, and then I'll also be filling up all of our social channels and the whitelists at that point. And I'd say, in fact, I won't drip feed the information. I'll give you all the information in April. I'd say that we're looking at a launch around May, June, maybe July.
Fabulous. So look out for it in the summer.
Yeah, so it's coming in the summer, but what I will say is I'm not going to rush it out. This is going to be perfect. I'm only going to put it out when everything's ready. If it means that I've got to wait a little bit longer, so be it. But I won't bring something to market that I'm not 100% happy with.
Yeah, I love it. Well, James, you're just doing such great work, and I'm so pleased to be connected with you in the way that we are, and and Chiffon Pro is proud to have you as a partner. We love the spirit of what you're doing. We love where you're coming from, and we love where you're going to as well. We just love it. What can I say? It's full of positivity and very uplifting, always uplifting. When I speak with you, I always smile when I see a message pop up in my WhatsApp from you. I always think, oh, this is going to be something really positive again. It's nice, isn't it, to have some positivity in a world where we've had such negativity lately, and certainly over the past 2 years. It's nice, you've got to take your positivity where you can. So absolute pleasure to have you here, and I really hope that you'd come back again one day to give us another update.
Damn right, I'll be here. So I'll tell you what, when the NFT series gets a bit closer and I can give some more information, some more useful information about it, I'll be here.
Great.
And I must say, I absolutely love everything that Chiffon Pro is standing for. You're helping, bring all of these wonderful people together. Collaboration is the name of the game in Web3, and you guys are epitomising it. So I love that. I absolutely love that you're helping bring in more women into this space.
Yeah.
I love it. And ashamedly, I've only interviewed about 3 or 4 women. So if there's any people in your network, send them my way, because I need to get them up.
Oh God, I could give you enough women guest speakers to last you probably for the next 2 years every single week. So be careful what you ask for, James. But yeah, I'll certainly make introductions. That's perfectly fine. And like James has quite rightly said, if anybody is watching back, on this recording, that is interested in being a guest speaker or being interviewed or collaborating or being involved with the fabulous work that James Tarling is undertaking at the moment, then you know how to contact him, and just please do, because I don't think you'll regret it, because he's like a little ray of sunshine in my WhatsApp.
That's the best endorsement I could hope for.
Well, there you go. Right, well, we'll conclude today. Thank you so much, James, for today. I really appreciate it. I'm blessed to know you. And thank you, Joanne, and everybody watching back on the recording. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.